Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Thanks.
Thanks, Holly. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Russell. It's complete to the left. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Makes the grab. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll leave it with the lone back. Maybe some room here. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Quarterback may change this route. Russell. Right down the middle. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. Man, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them, and they make big plays for them.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Finds his big tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. On the run, it's Morrow. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Throwing Reed. Rushes on him. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown time. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Reed, bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? God forbid you touch these guys too hard and you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit, pressure on the quarterback.
To the air, it's Reed. He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Man, sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you. Don't be too aggressive.
In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. He's not afraid to go deep. Upstairs to make the catch. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama, big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route 80 yards and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch, and this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack, still going to be tough to stop.
And the Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. A designed run for the quarterback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And I'm not surprised that they're giving him a touch early in this football game, too, because you've seen it throughout the season. Like, they trust their QB to run the football, especially in big-time situations. We'll see that throughout this football game. But he's already over 500 yards. Like, that's really good. So he's a weapon that they will use throughout the football game.
Can't get him to the ground. Finding some room. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies! I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
And he made the extra point without problem. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The offense changing the play. Keelan Russell. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
You know, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to throw, it's Russell. This time he's got his man. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. So first down here as they go back to work. Throwing Russell. Right on the money. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Making side adjustments here. Puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
He's touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Shakes off the defender. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was ready for that. Offense trying to toss it to get to the perimeter of the football field, but there were just too many defenders. The running back was able to make the first guy miss, couldn't make the second one, though, and it's a loss of yards.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Russell unloads to the wideout, and he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Might be calling a hot route. Wide 80. Come on, go. 4th down, Russell. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it and fires to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Now on the option. Now the toss. Defense comes up with a huge stop and maybe forcing them into a field goal attempt. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Leaves it with the back. Could be an alley. The 30. inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the point after is good. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Quarterback making adjustments. Keelan Russell. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Takes the handoff. It's Morrow. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Reed. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Unloads it left. And they can't make the connection. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Looking down the middle. Right on the money. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Tight end now in motion. Throwing, Russell. Hauls it in. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Again, it's Russell. He's got it. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports desk. We begin with a look at Missouri taking on the Tennessee Volunteers.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped.
And it's Missouri on top right now as they look to move to 6-2. We've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly from this group, and yet here they are, very much in the mix in their lead. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Here's Reed to throw. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, the QB knew coming into this one it was going to be tough. They have a lot of athletes on the back end, but today, guys just not able to separate. Accuracy hasn't always been perfect, and as a result, they've got another ball getting knocked away for an incompletion.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Reed to throw for it on 4th. Going deep. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice. Offense now set up in easy position to get a score.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Great job by the back on the option. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Escapes the pressure going right. Did the work himself. Maybe a crease. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Edwards. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing Reed. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Texas A&M going up tempo. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, Reed. Now adjusting. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets the 1st down. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Tide will have to call their 1st timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Edwards. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. it's picked off for the third time today. Taking it the other way. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bama! The defense takes matters into its own hands. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussy. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscles. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Moving out to the right. Fires to the middle. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on fourth down. Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. Takes a hit as he fires. It's caught downfield. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, they're down by a lot.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
It'll be third and long. Reed, here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. Reed to throw for it on fourth. Pocket breaking down. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses, and